Dean for International and Alumni Relations here at IIT Madras. I want to welcome all of you to this special function. I think some of you may have attended the launch of the first Distinguished Chair in Computational Brain Research that was sent out by our distinguished alumnus and constant friend Kris Gopalakrishnan a few months ago. Dr. Partha Mitra of the Cold Spring Harbor Lab was at that time taken as the first chair, and since then we have been looking for the second chair occupant, and actually we have almost had an embarrassment of riches. Now people are actually volunteering to become the chair because these chairs are becoming very well known in the particularly in the computational neuroscience field. And so Professor Mriganka Sur at MIT, also a very well-known practitioner in the field of brain research, has accepted to come as the second chair. And so this function is to mark the launch of this second chair. So again, I want to welcome everyone, in particular our chief guest and the person in whose name this chair is being endowed, Shri Narayanamurthy. I should mention that he has really taken extraordinary trouble to come here today. We just found out yesterday that he was running a fever. In fact, Kris called and said that he's running a high fever for 2 days and may not be able to come. And so we quickly started making some backup plans, including providing a video linkage and so on. And it came as a huge, pleasant surprise later in the evening when Kris called to say that he is going to come. In fact, he has gone to the extent of chartering a private flight, and he's here for this function, and he's leaving right after the function at 2 o'clock and flying back to Bangalore. So again, I want to truly express our gratitude and appreciation for taking this extraordinary effort to be here, and I'm sure it's because of Kris. And it's always a pleasure to welcome Kris back to the campus. As all of you know, he's been a tremendous contributor to IIT Madras, not just financially, not just in terms of endowments, but just his involvement. He's in our board of governors. He's the chairman of the Alumni Charitable Trust. So he plays so many roles that it would be very difficult to list all of them. So again, I want to thank Kris for his marvelous gesture in setting up these 3 chairs and for being here today physically to launch the second chair. And I want to thank our director, Professor Ramurthy, for presiding over this function. And I want to thank the head of the Department of Computer Science, Professor Shri. He has very graciously accepted these 2 visiting chairs in his department, and I want to thank him as well as all the computer science and engineering faculty who have shown such a desire and willingness to interact with and collaborate with these chair professors who are committed to spending time both on campus physically as well as virtually when they are away from here. And we hope that this marks the beginning of great things, not only for the department, but for the institute as a whole. So I want to thank all of our faculty and students and family members who are here, and of course our alumni. We're very lucky to have a very dedicated group of alumni in the city who always turn up when we have these momentous occasions. And this time I see a few Pan-IIT alumni also, so I want to welcome them in particular. And with that, I will now ask Professor Shri to add.
Respected Shri Narayanamurthy, Director Professor Askar, Professor Nagarajan, Shri Kris Gopalakrishnan. It's really a pleasure to talk in front of you about this exciting development that's happening now in the institute. We might recall that a few a recent development from the IBM has been this wonderful system called the Watson system. It is a AI system that can answer natural language questions, and it's a system that's backed by about 750 servers using about 16 terabytes of RAM. That's the kind of hardware that is required in order for a machine to be able to play a quiz program. And compared to that, we are, if you take a typical quiz enthusiast, he is able to recall many things, and he is able to wonderfully, come out with flying answers for all these questions with a mechanism that we hardly understand. We have an wonderful organ, the brain, that consumes very little power and is able to put together huge amount of information. It's able to retrieve huge amount of information in a very quick way. It's a fascinating thing. And for computer science people, it's very clear that the current paradigm of computing is not really, able to succeed in the cognitive side, especially when you compare our human capabilities of using very low power. So it's in this context that many worldwide groups have started working on trying to understand the brain. So there are European efforts and there are American efforts. And all these things are going on, and it's in this context. It's very interesting that our alumnus Shri Gopalakrishnan, who has been a constant, he has donated a lot of funds for the IIT. He has been a friend, and he has taken this initiative to endow this 3 computational brain research chair professors in the IIT, and I am very happy that it's being the second chair is being named after Shri Narayanamurthy, who is well known as the father figure for the Indian IT industry. So we are kind of looking forward to this exciting prospect of working with world-class researchers in this exciting new area of the computational brain research. It's a very interdisciplinary kind of work. So we need biologists, we need information processing people, we need image people, we need all kinds of people to be able to unravel this mystery of this brain. So it's very, I'm very happy that so this is happening, and I also appreciate the particular feeling and the thought that we should be taking a leadership role in this new upcoming area that's been where work is just about kind of starting or happening worldwide. So we are looking forward to this exciting possibility of interacting with world-class researchers and hoping to utilize this opportunity created by Shri Kris Gopalakrishnan. Thank you, sir.
I'll now invite our Director, Prof. Bhaskaran, to make his remarks.
Good afternoon to all of you friends, and particularly I join Nagarajan in extending my very special welcome to Mr. Narayanamurthy. I am as touched as he was and all of you were by this gesture that he has made of making an all-out effort to be here with us, be here with Kris for this function, despite the temporary difficulties that he's facing. This is the second chair, as has already been mentioned, in the Trimurti that we are establishing in the area of computational brain research. Kris, as has been mentioned many times, is a friend of long standing. He's a distinguished alumnus. He's done so much for the institute. He's still doing so much for us every day. He's on our board of governors. But this idea was really something that I must say it's out of the box. Normally, if we have to get into a new area in an IIT, we have to look for a young faculty member who's either, if it's new for the entire country, the faculty member per force has to be trained elsewhere. We have to find a person who's suitable, who's willing to relocate here. We have to select the person. Then the person has to grow in our system to get the funding and support he or she needs, which is a step-by-step process, because you have to first get a small grant, then a bigger grant, and so on, establish your credibility, and so on and so forth. And all the difficulties the person will face normally in setting himself or herself up in a new environment without the ecosystem. It's a very hard and arduous process. And by the time we get through that, things move so fast globally that you're already running a handicap race. This is typically the situation. Basically what Kris has attempted to do, both with the brain imaging center that is set up in Bangalore, with Institute of Science playing a lead role, and with these chairs that he's setting up at IIT Madras, IISc, as well as a scheme for training postdocs and others in Carnegie Mellon, is basically to jumpstart all of this and take it straight away to a level where you can hit the ground running. So how does it work? With these chairs, we bring in the best people who are in this field globally. They spend a substantial amount of time and energy and mind share, if not all of it, in these chairs. And we advertise for young faculty who know that they are not going to be essentially